What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with some more Big Country. And we're returning to their 1988 album, Peace in Our Time. Shout out to Tim. Are you going to stay there or are you going to come to the lab? Probably the lab? Yeah, I'm thinking the lab. I should have just put it there directly. In any case, the next track is called River of Hope. I like the phrase. Obviously, there's a bit of figurative meaning going on just in the title itself. So, as to why a river might be a river of hope is opaque to me at the outset, and if it is a real-world reference, I'm unaware of it, but perhaps the idea could be about time or a journey that one has to take, time and distance, both of which require traveling through one medium or another, and thus the potential for change, and ultimately if someone is hoping, then they are by definition wanting things to be different than they are, meaning they might anticipate or desire something's arrival or manifestation. They might be trying to get away from their current situation. Either way, if you're hoping, then you're wanting or expecting something that is not the case now, and thus a river seems like a perfect metaphor. Obviously, it could be more specific or nuanced than that, but I'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. Let's give it a check. This is River of Hope by Big Country from their 1988 album, Peace in Our Time. A bit of the older Big Country sound here. Cycling drums. that's cool. I get it. A number of people have mentioned that for their taste, this album was seemingly moving more toward like an American pop rock style and away from that dynamic and quite unique style that their first couple albums expressed. And I do get that, though I have liked most of this album, and even in regard to Stewart's singing, I feel like there's been a lot of really nice moments, even if it's not identical to stuff on The Crossing or Steel Town and so on. Nevertheless, the point is, I think the verses in this one sound a bit more like their evolved later 80s sound as I've come to know it through, admittedly, a small sample size, but the chorus on this one feels a bit more throwback to the earlier 80s stuff. In any case, the lyrics are very interesting to me in that, the title phrase is used in the chorus, but I'm not quite sure what's being said. There were a couple lines in conjunction with the River of Hope refrain that I didn't know it was like a pool of ideas, and what are they going to do on the river? I didn't quite hear those lines clearly, but the lines I did catch, there was a talk about, where the wealthier people live. There was a talk about the marsh or I forget exactly what the phrasing was, but like of the ghetto or the more rundown areas. There was a reference to like oil pollution essentially, or I think pollution from the sky. There was a reference to nuclear energy near where people are swimming. Now I have to point out, I'm sort of positive on nuclear energy. Obviously nuclear weapons and nuclear warfare I am not, but I do think nuclear energy gets a bad rap in that other forms of energy often involve more radioactive waste than nuclear energy. But of course, in the 80s especially, and in the wake of things like Chernobyl or 3 Mile Island, attitudes toward nuclear energy were understandably critical. And as someone who grew up within, let's say, like an hour's drive from the San Onofre, now closed or shuttered, it's still there, but the San Onofre nuclear plant, which, it's right near a beach. And in fact, the movie Koyaanisqatsi, which again, through images, not through any dialogue, but through images takes a sort of dim view of the fact that, here's this nuclear plant, and then it pans out, and there's people sunbathing and playing in the water on the beach. So yes, it feels like it's speaking to environmental concerns and geopolitical problems and socioeconomic problems of the 80s, of the Cold War. Perhaps there is also an idea that, nuclear energy is easily associated with the production of nuclear weapons, even if, technically it's a distinct process. In any case, it seems like it's referencing some of the dangers that humans do, some of the pollution that humans create, and the way that we're all sort of living in this. But maybe there's an idea that these same rivers which are sullied with pollution and chemical dangers could also be a river of hope if we come up with better ideas. I feel like I'm sort of really trying to stretch and take different pieces of what I heard and, fashion it into some narrative. I'm guessing there's more or something different going on here, but those are the tidbits I caught, and it does feel on some level like it's a geo-socially cognizant sort of tune. It's not a tune about a relationship. It feels like a tune about humanity, a tune about the state of Earth at the time they were writing this. And again, in the chorus, it feels a bit more like an not old, but earlier style big country tune. No Shaws, none of the vocalizations that really stand out from Stewart's delivery, but even his singing in that chorus felt a bit more like the earlier big country stuff. So either way, I enjoy it. I've been enjoying this album. Getting close to the end, I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 more tracks, so moving into the latter stages. Do let me know what you think. Luca will do the same, and we will see you next time. Peace.